화요일날 저녁 9시 10분이 막 지나고 있습니다. 오늘 소요산공원에 책을 잔뜩 가지고 와서 거기서 책을 읽고 있는데 세상에 우리 앞집 아저씨를 그분이 거기를 등산와서 만나가지고 아따 늦게까지 점심 지나서 늦게까지 있다가 막걸리 거기서 2병 사가지고 거기다 내가 먹고 앞집 아저씨는 술이 약해서 많이 먹고 내가 먹고 했더니 갔다 와서 완전히 녹아 떨어졌다가 인제서 일어났네. 참 이게 술이 아이고 막걸리 2병에도 그러니 이게 술 먹는 인생이 되면은 인생 망가진다는 게 느껴지는구만. 자, 이번에는 저녁 독서를 또 해서 술독을 또 완전히 해야 되겠네요. 세상 책들을 좀 읽겠습니다. Eat their lunch, winning customers away from your competition. The first 2 parts of this book have been tactical and practical. Linchpin, are you indispensable? The only solution is to start today, to start now, and to ship. Trading in the zone. Master the market with competence, discipline, and a winning attitude. Since we can't expect something we don't know about, we could also say that an expectation is what we know, projected into some future moment. What's the fastest way to learn a language? Act like a baby. Your idea incorporated 12 steps to building a $1 million business starting today. Web hosting costs vary depending on the type and the complexity of the website. Speak with competence, overcome self-doubt, communicate clearly, and inspire your audience. That's the immediate system, but the long-term solution will help you ramble less, notice it quicker, and snap back seamlessly. Ramble. How to break through any barrier, challenging yourself. What would life be if we had no courage to attempt at anything? For better, for worse, the science of a good marriage. I had no idea what I was getting into when I got married. Braving the wilderness, the quest for true belonging, and the courage to stand alone. But you have a greater idea. Now discover your strengths. Check in with him on a regular basis, as often as you indicate would be helpful. Retail therapy. Why the retail industry is broken, and what can be done to fix it. Can the last one out switch off the lights? An optimist laughs to forget. A pessimist forget to laugh. Opening doors, your passport to career success. On the Imperial MBA has given me the confidence to approach life with an entrepreneurial eye. You can win, a step-by-step tool for top achievers. Winners don't do different things. They do things differently. I want to be free. By observing the rules, we are actually gaining freedom. The organized mind, thinking straight in the age of information overload. For example, in shopping for cameras, consumer X may care mainly about size and price, while consumer Y may care mainly about resolution, number of pixels, and the type of lens. Change anything. The new science of personal success, financial fitness, how to get and live out of debt. How could you go wrong? The difference, how anyone can prosper in even the toughest times. Discover the four surprising habits of the rich. But before we get to that, let's look at the role uh, gratitude plays in the difference. Apocalypse at the neighbor. Why environmental alarmism hurts us at all. Wind-reached migration trails used by insects for millions of years are increasingly seamed by wind farms, wrote Dr. F. of the Institute of Engineering Thermodynamics in a major report. The Don't Sweat the Affirmation 100 Inspiration to help make your life happier and more relaxed. I look beyond someone's behavior to find the joy, light, and innocence within. Think like a man, act like a lady. Why men really think about love, relationship, intimacy, and the commitment. Our job is to convince you to give it to us, to allow us to touch it. Let us have it. A thousand 8,789 words of wisdom. Nothing in life is accomplished with nothing in life is accomplished without hard work. First, break all the rules. As you have noted, everyone has talents, recurring patterns of thought, feeling, and behavior that can be applied productively. Casting is everything. How do great managers cultivate excellent performance so consistently? Defining the justice. Defining the justice. An earthquake is a sudden shaking of the earth. Dreams from my father. I began to imagine how hollow my voice must be sounding to this brother of mine, whose only fault was having been born on the wrong side of our father's cloven world. The ABCs of success, the essential principles from America's greatest prosperity teacher. Any winner will be quick to tell you that preparation is the key to success in any endeavor. Are you fully charged? The three keys to energizing your work and life: eat, move, and sleep. To de-stress. De-stress. She rude. Singular, exceptional, unique, unusual. American folklore. Each new volume of Bunyan Tales brought in its wake a stream of reviews uh, eulogizing the patriotic deed of publication. The authenticity code. the art and science of success, and why you can't fake it to make it. Practice makes the better. Into this new world comes the purpose of religious faith. Commencement. She wished she had thought to bring flip-flops. Flip-flops. Scientists have also discovered a laughter detector in our brains that responded to laughter by creating more laughter. This explains why laughter is contagious. When other people are laughing, it's difficult not to join them. Flight to the plan, the real secret of success. What lessons have I learned about myself and my strengths and weaknesses? A content-based grammar. It is not difficult to name the great female jazz vocalist. 80-20 principle, the secret to achieving more with less. Perhaps you can follow the example of others who have marketized their knowledge in an adjacent to the area. Work, a deep history from the Stone Age to the age of robots. All ancient cities had marketplaces, from Athens' sprawling agora to Rome's somewhat more orderly forum with its boutique-like shops. America in 2050. America is a country founded on and sustained by optimism. Remarkably, Americans have almost always maintained confidence in a bright future, even when the present dimmed. Eating disorders for dummies. You can't measure pain on a scale. Emotion. Tolerating awareness of grief a little longer. People distracting yourself. Trying out a meditation class. Open the gate to the Ivy League. A plan B for getting into the top college. You might, for example, begin any of the following at RBC and complete a bachelor's degree at WNM, accounting, sociology. Born, born for this. How to find the work you are meant to do. My watercolor paintings are about nostalgia and sentimentality. How to smell a rat. The 5 signs of financial fraud. Chapter 6. A financial fraud-free future. Markets were robbed in 2008 into 2009. Does your job define who you are? Should it? What Korea's job scene today reveals about the Koreans. The civil service exam also had a subcategory for those skilled in martial arts and military tactics, but the role of military personnel in general was considered less significant. Effortless, make it easier to do what matters most. Automate, do it once and never again. One day, the husband told me about his recent knee surgery. 50 successful Harvard application essays. What worked for them can help you get into the college of your choice. I understand now that these tears are a reminder of my pride for my country, our great history, and the fight for liberty. Smarter living work. Getting at least some of them out of the way will make your morning much better, but it's undoubtedly easier if someone's helping you with the dinner and you can tag team between guest and dish duty. Dictionary of International Economics. Predatory dumping, the selling of an exported product on a foreign market at less than market value to beat local competition. The power of speaking with a purpose and a vision. And they are tired of being distracted by faked controversies. This child responds only to love, and to loving thought. All is peaceful. Psychiatric mental health nursing concept of care in evidence-based practice. Tell the client to explain the following things. Record the answers. Don't cry. Don't cry over spilled milk. Rome was built in a day. A drowning man will clutch at a straw. A golden hammer can break down an iron door. The hot coal burns, the cold one blackens. In addition to helping people make new sound, senses can also help them play difficult music. Public speaking, prepare, present, and participate. These activities will help you understand, apply, analyze, evaluate, or synthesize course of the concept. Proof in the pudding. Think of the small. Think of the small. 3 steps to yes, the gentle art of getting your way. Communicate persuasively. If you are competent, trustworthy, and put other people's interest first, just be yourself. Relax into wealth. How to get more by doing less. Evil seems powerful only when we dwell on it. The longevity paradox. How to die young at a ripe old age. But even taking no supplements at all, following the longevity paradox program will give you plenty of benefits. I can't wait to hear from you about them. The power of self-confidence. Become unstoppable, irresistible, and unafraid in every area of your life. And when it happened that one of its previous top sales people did decide to leave, the business was able to observe the temporary drop in productivity and continue to grow. American history. On the verge of being impeached for obstructing justice and violating his oath of office in 1974, Dixon became the first and the only American president to resign from office. Reading advantage. Who might who might who might you give money to as a gift? Proverb. Times change and we with time. Things change with the passage of time, and people's attitudes, beliefs, etc. change also. Weaving it together. Plan the casual chain for one of the topics below or choose a chain from geography or biology. Range. Why generalists triumph in a specialized world. Tetrarch decided to put expert prediction to the test. Wanting, stunning, even revolutionary. Today, at 46 years old, I want to give a new meaning to my life and redefine what is essential. He said in the video, dressed in his chef's white with the rolling landscape of Laguiole behind him. Ken will always represent the two of clubs. Propositional phrases are not always movable. Rely on the meaning of the sentence to determine whether they are movable. The dress in the picture is the one I want. Body for life. 12 weeks to mental and physical strength. First make a self-promise to do something positive for two people whom you would like to support you in your effort to make the next 12 weeks a success. How to see what others miss and predict the future. But the same automated technology will lead to a growing tension between the professionals who keep up with tech advances and thus make themselves even more indispensable, and those who resist its growing role until the moment they become obsolete. They become obsolete. Appreciative coaching, a positive process for change. Momentum for change requires larger amounts of both positive affect and social bonding, things like hope, inspiration, and sheer joy in creating with one another. 에이구, 하나를 못 보는 시간들이 부족한 소리만. The point I want to leave you with is, the thought thing I want to leave you with is, The point that I want to leave you with is that the Asian economy is still in turmoil. Choose them wisely, so that become things unstoppable. How would the credit be split? Coaching successfully. Goals. Agree on where and when you are going to meet. The emotional life of your brain. How its unique patterns affect the way you think, feel, and live, and how you can change them. You may be familiar with the folk wisdom that the blind have especially sharp hearing and the deaf have especially sharp eyesight, almost as if the small gods were compensating them for their loss. Master your debt, slash your monthly payments, and become debt-free. The new rules, the 2010 rules, don't address monthly minimums, but some issuers are starting to raise minimum monthly payments on their own. The Way of the Superior Man, a spiritual guide to mastering the challenges of women work and sexual desire. For some women, this is great. They need to develop their own masculine energy. Emotional intelligence, the essential ingredient to success, building resilience. Programs like those offered by HeartMath.com come at a price. They can run to $7,000 a day for up to 20 people. The power of affirmation. I don't have the education, or I don't have the education or experience. Only CEOs earn that kind of money. The worst of water. Our history of chasing solution to the world's greatest challenge. That apple-orange hybrid was having its moment. Communication for international business, the secret of excellent interpersonal skill. One example is the standardization and centralization or outsourcing of functions like IT and the finance. The Way to Black Belt, a comprehensive guide to rapid, rock-solid results. And vice versa, work your arms when your legs are injured. Creative visualization. Use the power of your imagination to create the one you want in your life. Then picture the person doing so. The most important thing, uncommon sense for the thoughtful investor. Why not simply trying to figure out where we stand in terms of each cycle and what that implies for our action? eBay's founder on innovative social change, embracing complexity, You can't avoid it, but your business can profit from it. How to solve the cost crisis in healthcare. The biggest problem with healthcare isn't with insurance or politics. It's that we are measuring the wrong things the wrong way. Your next move, how to make a successful career change, your dream job here, reinventing your personal brand. Am I reaching my potential? Is not the same by asking, how do I rise to the top? The high five habit. Take control of your life with one simple habit. And in that gap between the rules and who you really are, anxiety seeps in. The Family Manager's Guide for Working Moms. Organize your home. At our house, in keeping with my bent to adapt business management's concept to the home, James wrote me a proposal, sort of an informal contract that states what daily tasks, household chores, and extra odd jobs he will be in charge of in exchange for a weekly paycheck. The end of old age, living a longer, more purposeful life, redefining and re-aging. If you ask long-lived people what their secret to life is, you will get a diverse and highly personalized range of answers. Exactly what to say, the magic words for influence and impact. Look at the people you make your mind up. Let's make sure we've looked at all the facts. The power of presenter. This is obviously a subject that's got a lot of ramification to it. Know-how. The 8 skills that separate people who perform from those who don't. The senior leaders see leadership development as a tool for building success, and get personally involved in it. Authentic You, A Girl's Guide to Growing Up Fearless and True. I prefer to call it Giving Your Virginity. Applying lean principles to knowledge work. But 3 keys to reaching that goal have been lacking in the past: data, vision, and will. Growth IQ. Get smarter about the choices that will make or break your business. In first quarter 2018, customers decreased 24% YOY. Thinking invest. Making smart decisions when you don't have all the facts. We've all had this experience in our personal and professional lives. Blowing out of proportion a momentary event because of an in the moment emotional reaction. A grieving child. Going out to dinner afterwards is fine too. The USA Customs and Institution. Easter is a happy time. Self matters, creating your life from the inside out. You might have a whole library of tapes which might include "Men are selfish when it comes to relationships." A sense of urgency, but energy within his organization did not emerge as a strong sense of urgency to act. 10 days to a sharper memory. Remember names. Remember the several numbers offer more than one option for consonant sound. Stop procrastinating. A simple guide to hacking laziness, building self-discipline, and overcoming procrastination. Whether we see it or not, it's always the same story. How to talk to anyone. Now you give her kinesthetic emphasis, like I can understand how you feel, or you have a good grasp of that problem. We need to talk, how to have a conversation that matter. I need that time to regroup my thought, so I'll have the energy and attention for the next interview. Why men don't have a clue and women always need more shoes. This is why the shoe with the highest heel and the stiletto with the bondage straps is by far the most efficient sex aid on the market. The designer say, quote, "My dream is to have people working on useless projects. These have the germ of a new concept." Gift from the sea. The outer strength of man is essential to the pattern, but even here, the reign of purely outer strength and the purely outward solution seems to be waning today. 100 simple secrets of greater relationship. When the same conflict keeps coming up in a relationship, both partners will feel frustrated and trapped by the disagreement. The king will either need to move out of the way, in which case K can move his pawns all the way to Deep Blue's home row and promote them to kings, or it could potentially be mated. Tax for dummies. Make tax-efficient investment. Take the headache out of tax with the essential guide. Tax is something that no one can escape, but paying your taxes needn't be taxing. Tools of Titans, the tactics. Dr. G is co-founder and chief science advisor of Achille Interactive, a company developing therapeutic video games, and is also co-founder and chief scientist of Jazz Venture Partners, a venture capital firm investing in experiential technology to improve human performance. The silo effect, the peril of expertise, and the promise of breaking down barriers. The email was kind of the lifeblood of the company. Lethal lovers and poisonous people, how to protect your health from relationships that make you sick. Problematic sexual relationships produce many other complex feelings. Rules of the game. The married girl is coming back. Convinced how to prove your competence and win people over. Only the frail 77-year-old Sir Alfred took a stand for the girl and spoke up, but the aggressor did not retreat. Your one word, the powerful secret of creating a business and life that matter. The staff will do whatever it takes to meet the one. Writing Smarter Junior, the art and craft of writing. Never write another bad book report. Read this section of a poem by Lawrence and see if you can figure out what comparison he's making. Just as I used to say, love comes harder to the aged because they've been running on the same old rails too long, and then when the sly switch comes along, they miss the turn and burn up the wrong rail, while the gay caboose goes flying, and the steam engine driver don't recognize them new electric horns, caboose. He that dies, pays all debts. Make time. Ditch your TV for a projector. It's a cheaper way to get a big cinema-like display. Ditch your TV for the projector. Why CMOs never last. Being the boss in Brussels, Boston, and Beijing, if you want to succeed, you need to adapt. The power of your subconscious mind. How the subconscious worked for a famous writer while he slept. His subconscious responded magnificently. What did your what? Discover the one amazing thing you're born to do. You can learn more about HY at There to prepare. How to win before you begin. You have to think about the nature of our business. It is all about deadlines, starting short on time, moving to get a story, and delivering it as fast as you can. The power is achieve financial freedom, deepen your relationship, pursue your dreams, or you just guide to the rest of your life. The burden of debt is a lot to overcome as we put our financial houses in order. The soulmate experience, a practical guide to creating extraordinary relationships. At that point, you'll be able to take a look at the thought that generated them. That the 101, a crash course in debt management. These loans usually come with a variable interest rate, though some are fixed and some come with an option to convert to a fixed rate. It's all in your head, thinking your way to happiness. The 8 essential secrets to living a life without the regrets. Resolve to set aside some time each day or each week to each of the areas of your life you will listed as important. The Complete Idiot's Guide. Valuable insight into different ways of seeing the world and yourself in it. In place of the divine right of kings, L proposed a government based on reason and natural rights. Character. Without some degree of self-restraint in society, a man may be found almost insufferable. What are some characteristics of the ocean? The ocean floor is as varied as the land above water. Mosaic 2 readings. Are we eating this kind of food now? Now? The six most important decisions you'll ever make. There are two roads. There are two roads to choose from. I hope you'll choose the higher road by dating intelligently, treating sex and intimacy like it's a big deal, and holding out for true love and commitment. Teaching English as a second or foreign language. A final trend is a growing concern with empowerment and equity within content-based instruction methodology. Power to click with people, the secret to better relationship in business and in life. What are they wearing? Is it red, red, red? Is it red, red, red? Yes, it is. I like the red. 301 smarter answers to top interview question. Bad cop question. Will you be out to take my job? Maybe in about 20 years. 101 American English proverb. Friend or foe. Absence makes the heart grow fonder. People often feel more affectionate toward each other when they are apart. Student at the Cicero's galvanize, spur, prod, prompt, stimulate, motivate, inspire, arouse, excite, stir. I was galvanized into action when I saw how late it was. Keep sharp. Build a better brain at any age. Such social engagement may be particularly valuable for older individuals living in remote places or unable to get around. Stop white people like. The loss was a great one for white people, who for almost a century would tell it to anyone who would listen. The forms of writing provide writing guidelines and samples for the type of writing you'll be doing, including letters, book reviews, biographies, classroom reports, and poetry. You cannot do a kindness too soon, for you never know how soon it will be too late. 100 most important words. Primogeniture. Primogeniture. This is a system of inheritance under which the eldest son inherited all real property left by parents. But if there were no sons, the eldest, most closely related male inherited everything. Dictionary of Computers and Internet Terms. Default. An assumption that a computer makes unless it is given specific instruction to the contrary. Compassions of a high school word nerd. Homeschooling, unfortunately, didn't give me an excuse to slack in the essay section. 65 successful Harvard Business School application essays. These two qualities are my expectation. Sucked in. Two insects like the water flea that live in the water. The bristles look like a safe place to hide. 5 stars. The scores were tallied, tension built. The Consulting Bible, everything you need to know to create and expand a 7-figure consulting practice. Cultures can change. According to Hitler, Jews were an imperial race that was trying to take over Germany. Spellbound. Antarctica. In fact, there are very few species that live in Antarctica. Another theory is that volcanoes caused the extinction. A Mexican artist learns to listen closely. Among a first assignment, writing a story about a group of artists who were finishing a large public mural. Recycling. Perhaps every government should have laws like this. Teaching by principals. They know how to negotiate the meaning, that is, to give feedback, to ask for clarification, to maintain a topic so that the process of comprehending can be complete rather than being aborted by insufficient interaction. The achievement of the habit. Now imagine pushing the whiteboard up to the edge of a high precipice that has a seemingly bottomless drop on the other side. Creating things that matter, the art and the science of innovation that last. What do you see? What do you see?